It's DrDoom in the blue with tank bots versus Dyth68 with tanks in the red. That means tank mirror match, not a match you often see, and on this map it's quite a standard factory choice. You often see rovers, sometimes amph bots because, well, those are just good everywhere, and tanks are always a good option here. Just because, look, all of this blue stuff is all, and the green ones as well, pretty much flat. Which means vehicles, not bots, are exceptionally good in this map. Well, they're coming out for DrDoom a little later than for Dyth68, I'm pretty sure, just because they went for double Kodachi at first, trying to go for a blitz immediately after, and this is a bit of a problem already for DrDoom. I mean, Welder is not really great for their DPS, and Kodachi is doing a lot of work. Commander is coming in, but yeah, this is a bit of a problem. On the other side though, yeah, that's double Kodachi. This is just a single one for Dyth, and as long as the production is just delayed or like taken down, DrDoom is also able to do a good job on this side. Actually, DrDoom with the 155% attrition. On this side, Kodachis have been, or single Kodachi has been cleaned up. And over here, well, Kodachi goes down for both. Reclaim over here is 300, here we've got 139 left. Right now, DrDoom's economy is a little bit better. Looking at the energy, in this case 10 versus 12. And with Blitz already out and another Kodachi, that's great. However, right here in the middle of the map, Dyth68 with map control. Map control is of course really important, though mainly later on. Brutal start for both XD, that is completely true, Dyth. And over here Welder is now expanding. Which means that yes, Dyth does have forward position, but in actual economy they're slightly ahead because, well, DrDoom has only 12 energy. But pretty even, or even better in terms of the metal income for DrDoom. Also, double Kodachi and a single blitz moving out could do some damage probably. I mean, there is not a lot of defense over here. And of course metal extractor here is undefended. We are getting at least a single extra Lotus, so like double Lotus. And there are two welders which have like 45, 43 DPS each. And Kodachi Blitz were actually able to take down one metal extractor over here already. I mean, that was predictable because, well, this Lotus really is not in range all that much. So, Kodachis and Blitz are moving upwards, but there is nothing here. That's actually not too bad for Dyth, just because, well, the longer these forces are delayed, they can get up more forces themselves, or get up more defenses, etc. Over here, double Lotus to defend, really nice position because you've got a little bit of a choke point with the crater over here. Though, might have been better to spread them out a little more, because right now you can sneak through here and only get attacked by one. Even though this one could have been like here probably, and then it would still be able to reach both places. Anyways, over here, Welder should be able to go down, though it depends on how much damage DrDoom is willing to take. One Kodachi going down for one Welder is actually a good engagement, and, well, another metal extractor going down is always great. Though on this side, Kodachi now also moving in. Kodachi's doing, well, pretty much exactly what their name implies, raiding, and they're quite good at that. Metal extractor over here is undefended. That's a bit of a problem, like with these Lotus. I mean, they're in front, but if the enemy is in the back of your base, yeah, that's still a problem. And Blitz, I'm not sure if they're faster than Kodachis. I don't expect them to be. I mean, they're assault raiders, so just looking at the class, you would expect them to be weaker, or like slower. And Kodachi masterfully dodged the Blitz because the Blitz didn't move. In front, another Kodachi battle, or like a Kodachi versus Kodachi battle. Not too bad for Dr. Doom. And Dyth is getting out of here, healing up, which is of course something that the Blitz are not able to do. Don't go to the side. Does mean that you will lose your Kodachi, both of you will. A reclaim is for Dr. Doom, so it's not exactly a bad engagement. And of course losing more economy by having the Kodachi survive would have been even worse. Right now though, Dyth, 29 eco. That's a lot. But they're also floating because only 24 energy. And they're getting up even more metal extractors. Probably would be good if they just like, I don't know, like had the automatic solar collectors on each of those metal extractors. And what I mean by that is using your welder, then use like W, and then it's like, I believe, Control Alt? No, it's Alt. I believe it's just Alt, but I can't see that right now. Anyways, there is a way to like automatically have like 2 solar collectors on each metal extractor. Probably would have been good because then they wouldn't have been floating. Anyways, Ogre over here, the Riot 4 tanks should be able to do a good job against these units. However, Blitz can stun. And stunning is normally a bit of a problem against singular units. Which means that even though, yes, Ogre should be the counter to all of those forces, it didn't do too well. Over here, Welder is moving forwards, getting more eco, all that. Sure, eco by now is even, and considering the fact that Dyth was floating a little bit earlier on, it should probably be like an overall advantage for Dr. Doom. Over here, Kodachis and Blitz are not moving, which could be a problem. And single loaders over here. Your units are weak though. Like super weak. Not completely sure what you tried to do there. I mean, you just gave up a couple of units worth of reclaim. 500, but one of those or 2 were from the enemy. But still, it's like 3 blitzes, which is like 360. That's a lot. You could have just moved them around and like healed them up. Or even just go here. Maybe you would have been able to take down a couple of solar collectors and all that before the commander could get up any defenses. Over here, defense is up. And look, this is now with like 4 of them. Which is like the other option you have, which is like Control Alt? Control Shift? Alt Shift? Nope. Control Shift, yes. You can just make solar collectors or other buildings around buildings. But that means 4 on just a single metal extractor, even though 2 and 2 would have been better for your overdrive. Not that it matters much though, just going to add that. Over here, Dr. Doom expanding quite quickly with just metal extractors, because of course, yeah, getting up a little bit of extra energy is not too difficult either. And having all of your metal extractors with a couple of solar panels is also not really great if you expect them to be rated. So on far further forwards, it's not great. In the back of your base you definitely want them though. A mystery is over here, going to target the commander. And double a mystery is a lot of damage. Only 2 more volleys and the commander could die. 1 more. Dyth doesn't pay attention to it. Yes, they do, and just barely move out on time. However, if these raiders now move in, they could take them, but they have to focus on the ogres here. Blitz moving forwards and stunning the ogre. Minotaur doing the last little bit of damage. Right, Commander still heavily damaged. And, well, Dr. Doom could still swoop around and take it. If they really wanted to. Right here, just tank plate. Sure. No factory change, not taking this reclaim. Alright. Emissaries are a little exposed. And it's just a level 1 commander. Oh, this could be a problem. Ogres do a lot of damage. Though, of course, with the blitz close, commander does not die, 1 emissary does go down. Kodachi over here, just sitting there, not a big problem. And Minotaur now out for Dyth as well. You are also not switching and you don't have a plate, you just went for more caretakers. Slightly less efficient, technically, because it's like 150 metal versus 180. But does of course mean that as long as you don't want parallel queues, it is way easier to get singular units out. Right, over here Blitz moving forwards into the Kardachis, but because they were a little indecisive, yeah, they kinda hurt themselves by standing in the fire longer than necessary. Over here emissaries did clean up pretty much everything. And there is a little bit of reclaim over there for Dr. Doom then. Over here though, Minotaurs moving in. Blitz are still heavily damaged. And, well, Minotaurs aren't great against Kodachis. In these numbers, I mean, you probably hit most of the Kodachis anyways. But still, probably is not a great fight. So, Minotaur, you are probably going to go repair. Only makes sense. And probably should do the same thing with like the heavily damaged Blitz. Alright, looks like Caretaker is coming up. Are you also going to build like a retreat zone? I mean, I never use it, so I'm not sure if anyone else does. But I mean, this would be the ideal location for it. Anyways, over here Minotaurs are, well, soaking the damage and Ogre is dealing it. Really nice by Dyth. Welder is not going to take down the Kodachi. And over here Metal Extractor will go down to a Kodachi. Emissaries doing their best. I mean, they deal a lot of damage. However, they do kind of have to retreat a little bit in order to get the other army close. And Kodachis, Minotaurs and all that going back up. Right, I mean, Dyth's economy is like almost double or even double compared to that of Dr. Doom. However, Dr. Doom has a lot of blitz which are moving in. A lot of economy, or at least some of the economy is going down. Commander should go down over here, which means 4 economy down and also all of the storage down for now. Tanks are so difficult to like actually get a good view of with this many Kodachis. It's just fire and flame. Minotaurs kinda struggling against each other just because they can't kill each other. And Dr. Doom is probably going to get out of here without suffering too much damage. And attrition is still really nice for them. However, like, what are they going to do against the economy from Dyth? Using a single raider from tanks is expensive. 300 for the Blitz, 170 for the Kodachi. Maybe it's worth to switch factory just for better raiders? Or maybe air switch, because no, I mean air switch is not going to be great. tanks have like super strong, though expensive, anti-air in the Atin, the mobile thresher. So that probably wouldn't be great. But like taking down the economy on the south, moving around north into the eco from Dyth, I can imagine that doing a lot of damage. So maybe just getting like a cheap raider factory, even something like Cloakbots, maybe Rovers just because of how much faster they are and Scorchers have a lot of damage. I could imagine that doing a lot, just to like even out the economy. Though of course, as soon as you try building a secondary factory, you're going to fall behind in your current army value, which isn't great. Just 2 Minotaurs and this single Ogre is left over here. Also not great because, well, yeah, there isn't that much over here for Dyth either, but still, triple Minotaur is able to just move in against the damage from the Ogre. And could possibly like take down the commander even. Not completely sure how strong Minotaurs are though. Emissaries will not go down, right? Almost went down. And well, Dr. Doom, if you are able to get this reclaim, that's great for you. However, look, Dyth has actually just expanded almost into your base with their eco. And they've got like a very close by Minotaur. Yeah, that could be a problem. Cyclops coming out now for Dyth as well, and even one or more emissaries. You know what? I don't know what Dr. Doom could do. Well, they also give up. Sure. So, well done that you made it this far into the video. Consider watching the video in your lower left, but that's all I'm going to have for you today, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. Looking at how little defense Dyth had around their eco, I definitely do think it could have been possible to go into another factory just to take it all down.